Hey everybody, my name is Paul Esden Jr., aka Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BoyGreen25. Make sure you like the video, hit subscribe for more fantastic Jets content. Ooh, baby, we've got an update and it's sexy. And this could be an update for the update. Guys, I told you this. Again, if you've been listening to me the entire time, you've heard that I said OBJ to the Jets is happening. We did a video like a couple weeks ago. I told you it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler alert. OBJ was always going to come to the gosh darn New York Jets, baby. And we got a couple of steps closer to that happening. While we're going through this video, feel free to check out the full article down below with all the juicy details because this is a developing story with Odell Beckham Jr. flying in to meet with the Jets. According to Josina Anderson, NFL insider of CBS Sports, OBJ is flying on today, as we're recording this Sunday, April 8th, to the quote unquote New York area to meet with the Jets. He's expected to have his physical and meet with the coaches and everything else tomorrow on Monday. Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic has heard that the Jets quote unquote firmly believe they're going to get OBJ, and they indicated that could happen maybe soon if the visit goes well. According to Maurice Moten of Bleacher Report, the projected contract for OBJ is a one-year deal for $12 million, $8 million of that guaranteed. That sounds about right. Again, I still think it could potentially be a multi-year deal that's kind of a faux multi-year deal. Maybe it's a little bit where it's a 1 or 2 year deal, kind of Dwayne Brownish when you look at structure potentially of contract, where there'll be an option after the season to either bring him back or move on in some sense. Guys, this is huge because the Jets and OBJ have been flirting with one another seemingly the entire offseason, and now the visit is scheduled, and that's on the calendar. According to Rich Cimini, the two sides have been discussing a potential visit for about 3 weeks and change. Now, here's where I find it very fascinating. We'll get into more details about this visit and things of that nature in a second. Earlier this week, Diana Rossini of ESPN said that OBJ and his camp want to really wait on a lot of factors. And one of the big things they wanted to wait on is to wait to see how this Aaron Rodgers trade situation plays out before they do anything. So that happens earlier this week. OBJ and his camp want to wait. All of a sudden now they're meeting with the Jets. I think that could indicate that an Aaron Rodgers trade is near. An Aaron Rodgers trade is possible, like in the very near future. Because I told you guys before that I believe the OBJ and Aaron Rodgers thing may happen like discount double check. Pa, pa. It could be a little bit of that action because OBJ, obviously, to play with Aaron Rodgers to make all of this happen. So to me, that's incredibly fascinating. Earlier this week, OBJ is like, I'm going to kind of wait to see what the Aaron Rodgers thing happens. And then all of a sudden it happens. And like in terms of the visit, and you're like, what changed? That to me could be very spicy. I've been a big fan, as we're going to go through this quick video here, of OBJ to the Jets for a while. When you bring in Aaron Rodgers, you're not playing for the playoffs. You're not playing for like, I hope we make a run. You're playing to win a Super Bowl. That's what you're doing. You're going all in. You're pushing all the chips into the middle of the table, and you're trying to win the Lombardi Trophy. And when you consider that, all of a sudden your methodology for roster construction changes. We need to get the highest ceiling possible guys on this roster in the draft, in free agency, and everywhere else to maximize the potential reach of this team. OBJ is one of the most talented wide receivers in football. You can look at the ACLs, you can look at the age. I look at the star power. I look at OBJ and Aaron Rodgers on the same team being a dynamic duo. And the fact of the matter is this, and this was also discussed in the article we have down below where you guys can check out the details by both Ian Rappaport and Connor Hughes. A big part of this meeting will be, of course, the physical, which is key. That will be happening according to Ian Rappaport because he's had two ACL surgeries in the last handful of years. So they got to make sure he's right medically, of course. He looked great in that Arizona workout he had before the NFL league meetings. So number one, the physical, of course. But number two is the plan. OBJ, of course, at this stage of his career and the current construction of the Jets roster, is not coming in to be the savior. He's not coming in to be the focal point of the offense. That's Garrett Wilson for those counting at home. So you have to bring him in and talk money, of course. I just told you a little bit of the contract stuff. It's to make sure that physically we're all good. And number three is understanding both from OBJ's side and the Jets side, if I come here, where do I fit into the mix? Where am I? And And that's what the Jets coaching staff will have to do as they share intimate time with one another, is figure out how this puzzle piece fits here. Because OBJ, obviously, look at this roster: Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzama, Garrett Wilson, Allen Lazard. Yeah, I mean, this team is, and I'm missing obviously several pieces. Mecole Hardman and others in the draft is going to present other opportunities too, where this team is deep. Brees Hall, Michael Carter, Zonovan Knight, and go through all the receivers. And I mentioned the tight ends: Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzama, all these guys that, like, there's not going to be a clear path outside of Garrett Wilson, probably, where there is like you're guaranteed 10 targets and 15 this and blah, 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 blah. That's not going to be on this team. But if OBJ is cool with being a piece of the puzzle, not the piece of the puzzle, then all of a sudden we can open up. And that's what if I'm the coaching staff, when I'm selling OBJ, baby, is first I come back to New York, stick it to the Giants. That feels great. Try to win a Super Bowl. Boom. And then also you're going to have mismatch nightmares. When OBJ lines up wide, when Allen Lazard lines up wide, when Mecole Hardman's out there, when OBJ's out there, and you start going like, ooh, we can't double team everybody. We got to one-on-one somebody. That one-on-one maybe OBJ in a second or third corner. Like, dude, you can eat, man, on this team and win a ring and win another ring because he already has a ring in his pocket. That could be super interesting. So obviously you have to sell OBJ on the vision and vice versa. The Jets to OBJ and OBJ to the Jets, for that matter. Connor Hughes said a contract is not done between the New York Jets and the New York Jets and OBJ, but the Jets are again considered the front runner. To me, the fact that they're meeting at this stage is we've been dating a little bit here. This is second or third date. They spoke at the NFL owners meetings. They had been speaking previously prior to that. This is a big step, guys. This is massive. And again, I think it could indicate they're getting closer and closer to the Aaron Rodgers trade coming to fruition. Of course, everyone saw the Joe Douglas quote, he's coming here, baby. And we all lost our gosh darn bananas last night. But I'm telling you, baby, I think OBJ to the Jets is a done deal. And we've been saying that for a while. It's been a long awaited meeting between these two parties. And the fact that they're finally meeting now indicates to me that Aaron Rodgers trade is right around the corner. So guys, get ready. This is going to be an exciting offseason. And you should be ready. You should embrace the expectations. You should embrace the excitement. OBJ brings a different level to this Jets offense. And there is a chance, obviously, that this is going to go down ASAP. They are expected to land him. He's expected to sign, according to Zach Rosebud. The Jets feel from their side that they firmly believe they're going to get him. OBJ wants to play with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers wants to play with OBJ. Boom. It's just formalities, baby. Crossing T's, dotting I's, and figuring this puppy out. I think there is common ground to be figured out on all sides. And again, that could also indicate, because if OBJ is coming in, Corey Davis likely going out, Corey Davis could be a part of that Aaron Rodgers trade, which would make sense to go boop, 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 and just kind of move all the pieces all at the same time. OBJ in, Corey Davis out, Aaron Rodgers in, and you kind of move all those pieces from that standpoint. Guys, I'm freaking excited. OBJ, and why? Jets, Jets, baby. Holy cannoli. Oh, boy. The rest of the NFL, here's your warning, pal. Here's your warning, pal, if you guys are watching at home. Get ready, because we coming. You see this? See that Jet logo? We coming. We're coming for primetime games. We're coming for wins. We're coming for spectacular plays. We're taking over your television sets. We're taking over the world, baby. And the Jets are here. When the Jets are relevant, football's better, baby. And they're about to be as relevant as any team in the NFL. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Like I said, make sure you like the video, hit subscribe down below. Let us know your thoughts on the OBJ stuff and potentially the Aaron Rodgers trade stuff soon to happen after. And again, feel free to check out the full article below. We have all the juicy deets on this OBJ Jets visit. I am losing my bananas. This is great. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.